Hey, I'm Jamie East, and today's episode of The Smart 7 is sponsored by Vodafone Business in partnership with Samsung. If you're running a business, any kind of business, you're probably spending some time thinking about AI, what to do, how much to use it, and how to even get started. The answer could be in your pocket. The new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, powered by Vodafone Business's reliable, award-winning network, will help you unleash your productivity through brilliant built-in Galaxy AI. For example, Note Assist will automatically correct, fix the spelling, formatting, and organise your meeting notes so you can stay tuned into the session without any worry. Turns out AI may be useful for more than just written work. Swiss scientists have developed an AI-powered robot that can play badminton with you. The good news is that while the tech took 5 years to develop, the robot's still easily beatable. Getting back to the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, to take advantage of all the features and change the way you do business, you'll need a Samsung account and a network connection. To find out more, search Vodafone Business Samsung, and for network verification, go to vodafone.co.uk/network. On today's Smart 7, government to step back from welfare changes, worry over weight loss jabs, and much more. It's Friday, 27th of June, it's International Pineapple Day, and happy birthday, Toby Maguire.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
It's been a week which has seen unexpected ceasefires break out all over the place. Apart from the 12-day war between Israel and Iran, Thursday evening appears to have seen peace break out between the government and its own Labour backbenchers. A rebellion had been brewing over the proposed welfare bill, which is due to come before the Commons next week, with over 120 Labour backbenchers preparing to vote on an amendment to block the bill. Chancellor Rachel Reeves was taking a much softer tone on Thursday as leadership worked the phones to diffuse the issue.
Of course we've got to get this right. Of course we've got to take people with us on this journey. And over the next few days we'll continue listening ahead of the vote on Tuesday.
It appears that changes to both the PIP and the health element of universal credit may now be paused. Potential Rebel MP Toby Perkins says that while it's important to keep the budget on track, this bill was the wrong approach.
Many of the reforms actually are sensible, but I think this one is wrong. Probably there's pressure to reduce the bill. I'm sure there is, and this is a way that can be done. But I think, we need them to go back to the drawing board.
Prime Minister Keir Starmer was back in the House of Commons on Thursday with updates on both the G7 meeting and on the NATO summit in The Hague. Tory leader Kemi Badenoch attempted to criticise the PM for missing PMQs to attend the summits, which did not go down well on any side of the House. Starmer was focused on the government's decision to buy 12 new F-35A jets, which will mean an escalation of the UK's nuclear deterrent.
We recognise the grim reality today that the nuclear threat is growing. So we are renewing our existing at-sea capability, and we are going still further.
Meanwhile, the ceasefire between Israel and Iran appears to be holding. As Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei made his first appearance in almost a week, he says Iran's strike on the US base in Qatar was intended as a slap in the face and warned that there will be further retaliation if America gets involved again.
The American regime entered the war directly because it felt that, if it didn't, the Zionist regime would be completely annihilated. It entered the war to save Israel, but gained nothing from it.
America's strike on Iran's 3 nuclear enrichment facilities has continued to cause controversy, mainly in the Trump administration. An early intelligence report that suggested that the bunker buster bombs failed to destroy the bases was vehemently denied by Donald Trump, who continues to insist they were obliterated. He also accused Democrats of being behind the leak and called for them, although it's not clear who they are, to be jailed. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth hosted an early morning angry press conference in which he called out reporters, including Fox News, for failing to wave the American flag.
Specifically, you, the press corps, because you cheer against Trump so hard, because you want him not to be successful so bad, you have to cheer against the efficacy of these strikes.
The Medical and Healthcare Regulatory Agency has launched an investigation into a potentially serious side effect of the new weight loss drugs. They've had a number of reports of people who have been receiving the drugs having issues with their pancreas, while 10 people on the medication have died, although it's not clear whether other factors were also involved. Pancreatitis is listed as a potential side effect of the jabs, and it's possible that as more and more people are prescribed the medication, the number of people having the issue has risen. The MHRA is asking anyone who has been hospitalised with severe pancreatitis to make contact, as Chief Safety Officer Dr Alison Cave explained.
This particular reaction was reported in clinical trials, so we knew about it. We're seeing an increase in the numbers because of the increase in the exposure. And we're monitoring this very carefully. But I think it's very important to understand, while serious, these reports still remain low in the context of the overall usage.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, in association with Metro, Formula One heads to Austria, and Emma Stone is buzzing about her new movie. Right after this.
Hey, it's Jamie East here, and today's episode of the Smart 7 is sponsored by Vodafone Business in partnership with Samsung. When you're running your own business, pretty much anywhere can be your office. The spare room, the back garden, or, even the local cafe. And with the power of Vodafone Business's reliable award-winning network, combined with the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, there's no limit to what you can do pretty much anywhere. For example, if you're working and caffeinating at the same time, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra will allow you to seamlessly complete actions across a whole range of apps to find relevant information and send it where it needs to go. It can even summarise YouTube videos for you and save it to Samsung Text Notes. That's the power of AI in your pocket. Turns out AI may be useful for more than just written work. Swiss scientists have developed an AI-powered robot that can play badminton with you. The good news is that while the tech took 5 years to develop, the robot's still easily beatable. And getting back to Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, to take advantage of all the features and change the way you do business, you'll need a Samsung account and a network connection. And if you're using the seamless action across apps, it's compatible with selected languages only. You'll also need a Google account login, and the availability of search functions may vary by country, language and device. To find out more, search Vodafone Business Samsung, and for network verification, go to vodafone.co.uk/network.
Welcome back.
The Formula One Roadshow is in Austria this weekend as drivers prepare to take on the Red Bull Ring. McLaren will be hoping for a better weekend than they had at the Canadian Grand Prix, which saw Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri take each other out. They're still top of the drivers' standings, though, with Mercedes up to third in the constructors' race after George Russell's Canadian victory. There's growing pressure on Ferrari to show some better results, with Lewis Hamilton in 6th place and only a sprint race win so far.
Would we prefer if we were straight away just winning races? I'm sure people in the garage wish we were straight away winning, but I think for me, I'm grateful we're going through this process. We're really doing a lot of building. There are a lot of changes that need to be made, and that we're working towards something positive.
The new Jurassic World movie has been getting plenty of attention, partly because of a red carpet kiss that went incredibly viral. Jurassic World Rebirth has an all-new cast, including Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan Bailey, who greeted each other with a full-on snog at the premiere in front of the media. Scarlett says Bailey is a lovable guy, and he's certainly on a bit of a hot streak at the moment with Wicked, Jurassic World, and plenty of chat about the potential for a James Bond audition. He popped up with Jimmy Fallon to chat about working with Jurassic's exec producer Steven Spielberg.
There's a lot of love on screen. There's so many Easter eggs and homages to all the films that we loved growing up.
Yeah.
Beyond Jaws is like Gremlins and The Goonies. It's a big adventure, and on it, I couldn't be prouder to be a part of it.
Emma Stone and Yorgos Lanthimos have reunited for their 4th movie together, and this one is called Bugonia. They've had considerable success, with the pair picking up awards and nominations for both Poor Things and The Favourite. This time, it's a remake of a South Korean science fiction movie called Save the Green Planet, in which 2 conspiracy theorists become convinced a major CEO is in fact an alien sent to destroy Earth. Double Oscar winner Stone plays the CEO, and the cast includes Jesse Plemons as a conspiracy-obsessed beekeeper and Alicia Silverstone. It's got a real buzz, and it hits cinemas on Halloween.
The workers gather pollen for the queen, but the bees, they're dying. And that's the way they planned it, to make us the same as the bees. But it is not in control anymore. We are.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
Heather is a nurse practitioner from United Healthcare.
We meet patients wherever they live.
During a house call, she found Jack had an issue.
Jack's blood pressure was dangerously high.
It was 217 over 110.
So they got Jack to the hospital and got him the help he needed.
He had had a stent placed in his heart, preventing a massive heart attack.
If it wasn't for my guardian angel, I wouldn't be here.
Hear more stories like Jack's at UnitedHealthcare.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan, area, limitation, and exclusions apply.